In a healthy democracy, the press has one primary job: ask tough questions and hold powerful people accountable. But when Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, was asked a straightforward question about why prime plots of Abuja real estate were being handed out for free to ambassadors appointed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the normal rules of politics broke down. Usually, a politician in this situation deploys a standard denial or spins the policy. Wike did neither. Instead, he became visibly irritated. He wasn't upset by the scrutiny. He was offended by what he saw as their ingratitude. In a fit of anger, he pulled back the curtain. He reminded the journalists in the room that many of them were beneficiaries of his generosity, explicitly naming the land occupied by Channels Television as proof of his largesse. He openly admitted that the reporters covering him are compensated for the privilege. If a sitting official openly admitted to bribing the press in a fully functioning system, the resulting fallout would be immediate. You would see parliamentary investigations, urgent emergency hearings, and swift resignations. Here, there was absolute silence. When a minister can boast on camera about distributing public assets to buy favorable coverage, and the political system barely registers a pulse, the admission of corruption ceases to be a scandal. It is simply standard operating procedure. To understand this, look at Abuja itself. The city no longer functions as a modern administrative capital. Instead, it operates like an imperial court. The vast stretches of prime real estate here aren't treated as instruments of urban planning. They are transformed into the ultimate political currency. Here, loyalty is directly rewarded with land. Abstract influence is converted into high-value property deeds, flowing downward from powerful men to their retainers. This creates a closed loop. The very people tasked with investigating the system are personally invested in keeping it running smoothly. Editorial independence is effectively bought out by real estate, leaving the press completely financially reliant on the politicians they are supposed to scrutinize. The media's complicity doesn't happen in a vacuum. It is driven by the harsh economic reality of a pulverized middle class and salaries that simply cannot keep up with inflation. When survival is on the line, journalistic principles become a luxury that very few newsrooms feel they can afford. They are forced to auction their editorial stance to the highest bidder to stay afloat. This financial dependency creates a glaring asymmetry in how news is covered. Look at the opposition. An unknown character claims to be a factional leader, and cameras immediately appear. The conflict is amplified, with headlines screaming of implosion and manufactured chaos. That when similar internal fractures occur within the ruling party, the coverage shifts entirely. The press massages public embarrassments into strategic consultations and dismisses severe internal conflicts as minor family matters. When political access dictates financial survival, the media gives up its role as a democratic watchdog. It mutates into a public relations firm, wearing a press badge. This entire arrangement ultimately lands on the citizens, leading to the most dangerous consequence of all: the complete normalization of corruption. This chart shows that as political corruption increases, public outrage steadily drops until it flatlines. This scandal fatigue is the ruling class's greatest victory. It is created by design. Weighed down by inflation, insecurity, and unemployment, they simply lose the energy required for outrage. Surviving the day becomes a full-time occupation. Without a trustworthy press to provide clear, reliable information, exhausted citizens cannot effectively organize or make informed choices. This creates a vacuum, allowing the elite to continue enriching themselves completely unchecked. Wike's outburst was valuable because it was an accidental moment of complete honesty. He spoke plainly from the position of an insulated elite who know exactly how the game is played. The system is rigged, the press is bought,